What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about B3 today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Looks like today's the day here on the 24th of April. We are still in our first 4-hour candle of this day. Yesterday, you moved up 14%, a little bit more than that, I think, actually. Or no, it was 18%, yeah, overall. We're up 4% today so far, finding resistance right at our last area of support. Pretty normal, pretty expected. That's not uncommon at all. From a high here to a low, and that was not the high and that was not the low. We're going to have to try that again. High to low here. We have gone just above the 382. This is an area where I wouldn't be surprised if you found some turbulence. Okay, it's nice to see this move. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Anything can happen. You could absolutely keep moving up. But if you're looking to buy here, you might be buying a relative high. It wouldn't surprise me at all if you returned all the way back down to 2038. You're at 2046 now, so that's not too crazy of a drop, but still from the current price, I mean, that's like a 15% drop, man. 16-17% drop. It really could happen. And if not that, if you don't see that, that's fine. But likely what you would do then is consolidate. You oftentimes don't just rip right through to your golden ratio. It can happen. It can happen. It doesn't happen often. And we play this game with statistics, not with outliers. We play it with statistics. It's very rare circumstances that we call for outliers. It has to be more obvious. And this could be an outlier. It could rip. You know, it's got a low market cap. It's been held down by a lot, but I think it's going to, I'm going to assume that it performs like anything else, which would mean that we're looking at the 236 for support, a prior area of resistance as support to go from. It would likely be a very quick maneuver, not a very slow maneuver. I bet that if you were to do this, it'd be a quick flash crash down and then recovery. You'd blink and miss it. You'd be asleep and you would miss it. You'd have no idea. Or option two, we consolidate in this area maybe for the next couple of days or so, and then begin moving higher. If that happens, if we consolidate for a couple of days, I could really see this thing moving higher without moving lower first. I've got some other indicators on here that we normally have. We've got the MACD on the daily time frame. The MACD is looking bullish, definitely is looking bullish. Oscillators are below the zero though, so I'm not too psyched on this yet, but it's looking good enough. You know, you are getting to some higher readings on your histogram here. You're probably going to cool off at some point. Maybe it's today. Stochastics are in the overbought zone. Blue lines posture down. Maybe you start crossing. Maybe you do consolidate over the coming days. Maybe daily RSI is not even in the overbought zone. This would be considered as opportune for continuation. I would say the only two indicators that are showing continuation right now might be the RSI and the MACD. So stochastics could show a little exhaustion, though I will say being overbought in the stochastics normally actually implies that you will stay there for a second. So maybe this move isn't actually over at this price. 3-day time frame. We don't have enough time data for the MACD. So let's look at the 4-hour time frame here. 4-hour RSI getting above the zero, building momentum. I mean, hell, man, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, you guys. Maybe you do continue running higher, but I want to look at this on a chart that doesn't have so much. Let's see. So much noise on it. Let's just use the RSI. Looking at this on a 4-hour basis, you are pretty damn overbought. Looking very strong, very, very strong indeed. A lot of volume coming in here. If we're looking at this from a relative high to a relative low, you've gone up just above your 1618. You're finding turbulence there. Oh, it's tricky. It's tricky. Oh, but look at that. You went down to your 1272, found support. Here's what I'll say. I'm less convinced now than I was at the beginning of the video that you moved down here. But don't throw it off. Don't throw it out the door. Don't throw it away just yet. This idea that we could move down to about 004. Okay, it could happen, but it's very possible you do continue running higher. I will just say that maybe you do actually continue this move. You're at 0.0047 cents or $0.047 right now. Maybe perhaps you continue this move until you're at 0.006 or somewhere thereabouts. I could see that happening, right? So maybe you do this uncommon thing. The only reason why I'm sticking with, or the only reason why I'm conceding to the idea that you see this uncommon thing where you just rip all the way to your golden ratio without showing any respect here, is because your shorter term time frames do look bullish and a lot of your indicators do look bullish as well. So again, the outliers, we don't just throw them out there, but certain circumstances allow for that. And I think this could be one of those moments where we do get one of those exceptions. However, you should be very aware that what you're doing here, being in this area right now on your first attempt, it's very common to go to your 236. So if you don't move up immediately, don't get your feelings hurt. It's an opportunity to buy. It's certainly not an opportunity to sell. The opportunity to sell isn't even here or at whatever next stop you make over the next month, man. The opportunity to sell is going to be a new all-time highs. That's it. End of discussion, right? If we're looking at B3 here on coin market cap, $97 million right now, $19 million in volume in a 24-hour basis. That's decent volume. That's actually really good volume for the market cap over a 24-hour basis. You've got a lot of room to grow here. A 10x would provide a $1 billion market cap. You really could see a 10x and stop there. 10x from here would provide a 45-cent price, 46-cent price. That could be the stopping point for you. Maybe you see a 20x, a 30x. Maybe you see a multi-billion-dollar market cap before this thing stops. And I expect that your stop will be sometime in June. Now, this is not the end of cycle expectation. This is just the end of move expectation. Okay, what do I mean by move? Well, this was a move down. Now you're going to have a move up. The move up is going to stop potentially at 40 cents, man. No, wait. Oh, I did my math wrong. I'm sorry, guys. I did my math super wrong, right? 100x. 100x. Oh my goodness, 45 cents. No. A 10x. A 10x would be a 4.5 cent price. I hope you caught that. 4.5, 4.6 cents, not 46. My bad. $billion. Inevitably, I think that it will actually see 46 cents and beyond. I think that it will. That's end of cycle stuff, though. Okay, so I have to change my words. Yes, 46 cents is end of cycle stuff. 4.5 cents. That's more of like end of June stuff. Okay, is that better? Oh my goodness, that would have been crazy if I didn't catch that. High to low here. Getting to the 236. Yeah, you could find resistance here. It's not uncommon at all. But if I'm being honest, it actually is pretty damn common to move continue up to your 382. So maybe I was looking at it wrong, taking it from this high to low here. We're looking like we're in one of those exception points, guys. Maybe we do. I take it back. As I'm looking at this more, I'm more and more convinced you don't stop here. You're probably running up to 0062 or around there, probably even a little bit higher than that, but around 0062. That's where I think you're going. So yes, this thing looks bullish. I say green lights. It's going higher. Not financial advice. Not a financial advisor. If you're waiting to buy at lower prices, you're probably going to keep waiting. You're going to keep waiting, man, and not in a good way. You're going to keep waiting until it's all the way at new all-time highs, and you're going to still keep waiting, right? You get what I'm saying? High to low here. Minimum target is 3.2 cents. Maximum target is 6.15 cents. And I accept that you could see a 10-cent price, maybe even a 12.5-cent price by the end of June. What does that mean from here? That means that your minimum target is about a 6.8x, effectively a 7x. Your 1414, you go a little bit above there, so you've got like 9x, 10x potential in you. And then, of course, the 1618 being at about a 13x, with the ultimate goal, the highest level of price that you could achieve, being at something of like a 21x to a 27x, 26x, something like that, yeah, in that kind of area there. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I don't think that you stop in this area. Not a financial advice, not a financial advisor. I don't think you stop in this area. I really do like that 6-cent area personally, but perhaps you do. If I had to give you any kind of notion of where you would stop, I don't think it's 3.2 cents. I would think it's somewhere around 4.5 cents to 6.2 cents, if I'm being honest. A little bit higher could be the case, a little bit lower could be the case, but that's my expectation by the end of this next move. Looking at the 4-hour RSI, very bullish, hard to be bearish there. 1-hour RSI, very bullish as well, hard to be bearish there. You're consolidating right now, letting this cool off. Maybe over the coming hours you get this RSI a little bit lower, right? Once you get it out of the overbought zone, that's whenever you continue to run. But I think today's going to be a green day as well. I don't think you're stopping until you're at 0062. You're at 0047 now, so a little bit more growth over today and tomorrow, and certainly by the end of the month as well. 15-minute RSI. It looks like you want to go right now, man. It looks like if it wasn't for the fact that 44 seconds were left in this 15-minute time frame and you have no volume here, I would think you're going now. But with the fact that you have no volume, you probably do go a little bit lower. With the fact that your 1-hour RSI isn't out of the overbought zone, you probably come a little bit lower, get out of the overbought zone, get a red hour in there. So over the coming hours, by the time most of you watch this video, I doubt that we're up significantly higher. But 8 hours from now, 12 hours from now, by the end of this day, I wouldn't be surprised if we were at that next area. Maybe not at 006, maybe there, but somewhere around there inevitably. If not by the end of today, sometime tomorrow. That's what I'm expecting. I think I've said everything that I need to say. This is looking bullish. It's looking good. Nice double bottom. You had an Adam and Eve double bottom. It's beautiful. It's perfect. You can't really see it so much on a daily basis, but on the 4-hour, you get that Adam and Eve look a little bit better. It's performing well, looking well. I think it continues. Adam and Eve double bottom is a significant thing. Even on a short-term basis like this, it's a significant thing, a very powerful thing, and I do believe that you're on your way to seeing new all-time highs. When it comes to cycle ending dynamics, cycle ending highs, you're at $100 million now. You could see, 100x would put you at a $10 billion market cap. A 200x is a $20 billion market cap, so on and so forth. Those are not given, they're not promised, but they're very attainable market caps. Okay, there are plenty of coins right now in the top 100 that have a $10 billion market cap. There are going to be plenty of coins in the top 100 at the end of the cycle that have a $10 billion market cap. This could be one of them. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Anything can happen. You never know what's going to happen. But I could really see this thing seeing not just a 100x, but a multi-100x by the end of the cycle, especially coming from these lows here. I think this thing has a lot of promise, a lot of potential, and we'll see how it goes. But there certainly seems to be some interest in it now. I want to look and just see real quick again, looking at this. Yeah, I like it, man. I think if you're interested in B3, if you want to buy some B3, I think it's a good time to get in. We're still below the 236. It's always an ideal time to buy when you're below the 236 if you have reason enough to believe that you're going to go higher. So green light for sure. Green light here. I think if you are waiting for lower prices, they might come, but probably not if I'm really being honest. So total 180 from the beginning of the video. I got nothing else. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.